my dog don't change on me cause I'm making this change. But my youngest listen to me when I'm giving them game.
Welcome to another episode of Get Uncomfortable, man. Dub, how you feeling today, man?
I feel good, man. Glad to be here. A little traffic,
We had a
but
little traffic, but
I'm here.
we here, man. But today, man, who we got on here, man? Who we got on here?
you know, we got one of the best barbers. Used to cut my hair. You know what I'm saying? Referred me to another guy to cut my hair, but one of the best barbers, man. That's how I'm gonna leave it at. Greg, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm real tired today, man. It's been a long day at this shop. Real long day. But I'm all right, you know what I'm saying? Excited to get on here and talk my talk.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hold on. Before we get into that, we gotta get uncomfortable. Let's get uncomfortable.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let's get uncomfortable.
Let's tell a little about yourself, man. Give a little quick background, something quick.
Something quick. Well, as Jordan said, I am a barber. Definitely one part of the plan. I had hoop dreams. I went to college for a semester, couldn't stay healthy, partying, and I always had the skill of cutting. And actually, when I was down, my downtime, I was making money doing this. Called Pops, hey, I'm coming home. He was like, well, you coming home, you ain't gonna just sit around. I said, nah, I'm gonna go to barber school. This gonna happen for me.
Yeah.
He told me, hey, you finish barber school, I'll buy you first barbershop. And it actually happened. Got my license and got my first barbershop. Fast forward to 2022. I opened up on my own. So this is now the second location, downtown Chattanooga, where you want to be. And pretty much we here now. Young and turn.
I feel like you feel like on that journey, like since this episode is good risk versus bad risk, or good risk, bad risk, you feel like stopping playing sports and going to take a risk and cutting hair was the best thing to do?
Actually, it was a good choice I made. It was like another plan.
Yeah.
As far as like a good risk, absolutely. I didn't put myself in a huge amount of debt finishing school because it was trade school I went. And I mean, it actually changed my life. I'm still doing the same things I wanted to do as a barber, rather than going to the league or whatever. I'm still hanging out with those guys. I'm still cutting them guys. Like, that was like amazing idea of me. I actually didn't know it was gonna work out like this. It just did.
So I know you got your hands in a little bit of everything, you know. Of course I don't stay here, but I see a lot of stuff on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And so how do you decide on what risk to take, you know? Because every risk ain't a good risk. Or we're gonna get into that. But you know, how you decide what's next, what you putting your hands in next, you know? You got a lot of stuff going.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm big on social media now, so everything I see is actually not hard to start. Like, you really can make money doing anything.
Yeah.
So like, for me, I'm gonna focus on one thing at a time. So whichever, I got a whole list of things that I want to invest in. So like, whatever is like gonna be the easiest route that has minimal overhead is what I'm gonna tackle first. You know what I'm saying? And build that, and then we move on.
What would you consider a bad risk? Like, what would you consider a bad risk in a way?
A bad risk, for example, knowing your overhead is too much in a business at the moment, and you investing in something that's gonna cause you to have more overhead, so now you're in the negative. And you know, you barely making it, and you add more overhead, and you ain't built that second business up to where it needs to be, like just going full force with it. I mean, you pretty much putting yourself in a bigger hole.
Does every risk have to be calculated? Or can we just step out on faith?
That's a good one.
I ain't gonna lie though.
That's a good one because I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
But I'm also still gonna think critically on that before I just make that move.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
It's still numbers at the end of the day.
I mean, I feel like I said like this. I feel like you got to jump out the port regardless. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
you, regardless of
What you do.
what you do. But like I said, it's a barrier between like the good risk and the bad risk. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, I ain't judge nobody, but like somebody jump out the porch and be in the game, that's a bad risk.
Bad.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a bad risk because ain't no benefit out of that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, I jumped out the porch and went to school. That was a good risk.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
Trying
And
to better yourself.
It's like there's good benefits that come out of that. So I
Yes.
think sometimes you calculate it, but then other times you got to be careful
Yeah.
of what you put your time into.
Yeah. And it just depends on what the situation is too. Because when I kept pinpointing is businesses, but like it could be anything. Just like you said, just going out there, going to school, trying to do something better for yourself. And the gangs, of course, that's a no-brainer. Yeah. Like, you don't want to get out there and jump in no gang, being no follow, putting yourself in a, bad situation. But yeah, like I said, it just depends on the situation.
You feel like you playing yourself safe? You Jordan? Like, when you take a risk? Feel like you ever playing it safe?
Man, I mean, a good risk for me, bro. I don't look at nothing as a bad risk. For me, that's how I look at life. I think because I can learn, right? So in the process of it being a bad risk, right, I still learned something, which makes it a good risk.
Right.
Right. So I got something from it. So I don't never look at anything as it being a bad risk. It's either a good risk or a good risk.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
that's my standpoint on it. But playing it safe, I think it's like what Greg said, it's a little bit more calculated.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna just jump out here and do something when I know, I look at how bad can it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's like, it might not be that bad.
Yeah.
Then, I'm gonna jump out here and do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, that's right. That's a good way to think about it. Absolutely. Because you're not just going to how I see it, you're not gonna just do anything without having any knowledge behind it anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you ain't trying, if you ain't failing,
Yeah.
it'll never succeed. My granny always tell me greatest success come from failure. So
Yeah.
But that don't mean it was a bad risk though.
Because you can take a good risk and it don't work out.
Right.
But that don't mean it was a bad risk.
Right.
so what's considered a bad risk?
It's gonna put you in a bad spot.
How you know you gonna yourself gonna be in the bad?
It's kind of like with the bad risk though. It's like I was explaining with the businesses. If you have too much overhead already, you barely making it. Don't go investing in something else or borrowing money from elsewhere if you can't even have cover that. You don't have that business that you're starting even built enough to even be making money to cover that overhead.
It's like if you live in paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
And somebody need help and you go get a loan and that's taking more money from your paycheck that you already don't have.
Yeah.
So that's putting you over the hole.
Absolutely.
That you are, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah.
I don't like you said it ain't never bad risk. He's saying like it is a bad risk. I'm saying like it's definitely a difference between the outcomes.
Yes.
It's a difference. I think it's a mindset difference though.
Yeah.
Like you can take a risk and it don't work out and you could consider it a bad risk, right? And so now you like, oh well, you can go two ways, right? You can be like, oh, forget it, I'm gonna take another risk, or you can learn from that risk.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
so if it's a learning moment, then is it a bad risk?
Yeah. It's gambling, man. That's all it is. It's take chances, man. Like I get this side of it, but as far as a bad risk, there's a such thing because you like the gang situation or like I said, like he said, working paycheck to paycheck and you go get a loan or trying to help somebody else. You ain't making it.
Yeah.
You put yourself in a deeper hole.
Yeah.
That's a bad risk for sure.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't jump out the porch one time and lost it all. When I moved to Houston, I ain't gonna say lost it all.
But it wasn't a bad risk.
All right, but look, what
risk
was that though? Was it calculated?
That was fake.
It wasn't calculated.
It was fake. But it was like more so like I ain't lose everything. I just lost myself.
But if you didn't take that risk,
I wouldn't know.
Would you be the person you is right now?
Yeah, probably not.
You got to go through certain things. God choose you. When He choose you, it's different. When He choose you, it's a whole lot different.
Even in that risk, bro, I learned. Like, you learn so much. You feel what I'm saying? Even, like, I feel like moving out there, like, I learned, like, so much.
Yeah.
And then it kind of made me figure out, like, dang, how do you actually want to live? Cause, you know what I'm saying? Out there, you, like, people was really like, they getting money for real. You feel what I'm saying? So it had to, you either going to be, like, on this positive side or on this negative side. You feel what I'm saying? You could choose your path. But it's, like, still, like, to this day, I still feel like I consider it a bad risk just because it had some good outcomes out of it, but the positive didn't outweigh the negatives.
Okay.
I like to compare it to like in school, they used to tell us take an educated guess.
Yeah.
They used to tell us like, some of them risks out there, you like, I'm not doing that, right?
Right.
I'm not doing two of them.
Yeah.
Out of 4, I'm not doing 2 of them. But then there's 2 left that you like, okay, let me weigh my options. Right? And so I like to compare that in risk, when you looking at risk?
I mean, when I was younger, when you're young, you don't think. You get older, you start thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know why though.
Yeah, you don't understand what your parents mean until you start going through certain stuff. Like, oh, that's what they meant. That's what she meant.
I mean, I still won't listen to my mama to this day because she can't teach. I ain't gonna say that. She
No.
can teach me a little bit.
So, certain things that she told you previously when we were younger, you going through them things like, oh, that's why, you know what I'm saying? Mama used to say that.
When it's all said and done, a risk is a risk. Whether it's good or bad, you gonna gain experience from it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you never take that risk, you never gonna know the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are stuck in between taking that risk and knowing what the outcome mean. They trying to control the outcome rather than take the risk.
You can't control.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Can't control that.
A lot of people are like, you stubborn. You know what I'm saying? They want to be in control all the time when really you just got to step out and just do it. No matter if you lose some, you win some. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to be willing to go and do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are stuck because they won't go do that stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Or I mean, you got people that like, you got some people that like, you got people in your ear telling you about risks that they ain't took.
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Or trying to coach you to a risk that they ain't never been close to taking.
You feel like the scariest risk you ever took and wasn't worth it?
Scariest.
If you can speak on it. If you can speak on it.
I ain't took no scary ones yet, man.
You ain't took no scariest risk you done ever took.
I ain't took no scary ones.
Scariest risk you ever took. I know you done took.
I mean, moving for me, moving to Atlanta.
That's big.
That's a good risk though.
No, it ain't.
No,
'cause I
you
coulda
said
went-
you said
no.
scary. You said scary.
That was
Nah,
scary.
I'm away from family,
Yep.
friends,
Just you.
just me.
Yeah.
In a new city,
Yeah. New people.
got to pay bills,
Yeah.
right? Rent,
Yeah.
rent. You know what I'm saying? Rent.
Yeah, that was a big one.
You gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not just bills, right? You got make sure you got stuff to eat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Can't just go to mom's house.
Gas.
Nothing like that.
Yeah,
Gas.
all that.
You know what I'm saying?
The responsibility get a little bigger.
Yeah, it was a scary risk. And then, you know, I had thoughts of, you know, I'd be thinking like, what if scenarios, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had thoughts of like, what if I get down there and I'm on a probation period with my job and they like, nah, this ain't gonna work. I'm stuck with the rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck with their rent now, right?
Yes.
So that was a scary risk for me.
Yeah, that was real. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Especially moving out your hometown too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I ain't took one yet. I ain't took one of them
I mean,
yet.
scariest risk for me. If y'all want to say it like that, it'd be moving to Houston. But I wouldn't even say that was scary for me because I wasn't scared of nothing anyway.
You just stepped out with confidence. That's all.
A lot of people be saying I'm too confident, but I ain't hearing none of that. I'm not hearing none of that because like if I'm gonna walk around with confidence, then people just gonna walk over me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got enough confidence to walk in within yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like some people don't even want to like. You know, we talk about it a long time. They don't want to pop their shit for.
Yeah,
you
they
know
don't
what
want
I'm
to pop
saying?
it.
So
Too
take-
humble. I'm too humble.
Too humble. You feel me? I had to sometimes be like, I gotta pop it a little bit. So they,
That's where I'm
you
at
know what
right
I'm
now,
saying?
man. I'm way too humble, man.
Like,
I give it to him, but I just done. I don't know. I'm in a good space right now. It don't mean nothing, even if I am popping it.
like you think, how much do fear go into taking that risk?
Fear?
Yeah,
Which risk? Good or bad? Like
overall.
fear? There ain't no fear because I'm stepping in with confidence. I mean, but I still had them thoughts like, what if?
But if
You have to have them thoughts.
I don't
so
have
what?
a what
So
if.
what if? So
I can't be thinking of what
Like
if.
this gonna work.
So we talked about.
This gotta work.
Yeah.
So we talked about like the other way of it, but what if you take a bad risk and it work out?
Yeah. Now that
There's
right
that,
there.
like, cause some people bet their house.
Yeah.
Some people bet their house. They like last little bit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bet it and
Yeah.
I'm gonna live with the results, right? So what if you take a bad risk and it work? Is it a good risk? Can the narrative change based on the outcome?
That's intense.
That just got me.
That's intense.
God, I mean,
That's a very small percentage though.
small percent.
I give that's 1 out of 100
Yeah.
on bad risk.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's just like I wouldn't even call it luck. But I don't really know how to answer that one. Cause I ain't even never saw nobody take a bad risk and come out on top.
Come on now. Plenty of people that did it.
But that's crooked though.
Okay.
That's crooked business. That's crooked business. You feel me?
Okay.
Like you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're doing crooked, ain't no good gonna come from that.
Yeah.
But like betting the house, like betting your absolute last, I don't know.
Like some people like have a job
Yeah.
that's paying their bills.
Oh,
But they wanna do content. They ain't got time to do it.
Yeah.
Right? They ain't got time. Content take up too much time. Got to edit. Got to.
yeah.
You want to pump out videos every day. Everybody can't be like Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody can't be
Yeah,
like Mo. You know what I'm saying?
God, dude.
So you know what I'm saying. You got to dedicate your time. So you like quit the job.
Absolutely.
The job, right? I'm just gonna step out.
Yeah.
So that's betting the house. It ain't gotta be bread, but you know what I'm saying.
you just betting on yourself.
You betting on yourself.
That's faith right there.
But I still think too, like, even if you take the bad risk and the good outcome, it's still gonna be a bad risk regardless. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's gonna still be, like you said, it might be crooked
Yeah.
on the way it happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
when I say crooked, I mean like actually taking something from somebody, ruining
I
something
mean,
else.
yeah, that's crazy bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying more so, like, for example, I be seeing a lot of people, a lot of content creators or whoever they want to be, they quit their jobs, they 40-hour-week jobs, just go be a content creator.
Guaranteed.
And it's not guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And then for one, they don't got the work ethic, they don't got time management skills, and they not disciplined.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, why are you quitting and you think this is going, just because everybody else doing it, you think this is going to work out for you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like a lot of people like stop doing certain things to do. That's like, for example, let's take a little deeper. Let's go more hood. A lot of people stop playing sports to go sell dope.
Yep. Because they're not patient.
Cause they not. A lot of people gotta have patience. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
They
Like,
rushing.
So
But
that brings me.
what's missing is people ain't showing the blood, sweat, and tears though. They just popping out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So how patient do you gotta be within your risk that you take
You
to know if it's a good or a bad one?
Well, when I say that, you need to have all the knowledge, what you need to do, topics, your niche, like all that stuff is
Yeah.
like part of jumping out there and, taking that risk.
Yeah.
You can't just quit your job and like, I'm finna be a content creator.
Yeah.
Like I done had women tell me like, well, I want a guy who gonna come in and help me out so I can just quit my job and become a content creator.
No, in hell you're not. Not over here, bro. Hey, we ain't doing it like that just because, like, bro, like for example, like,
I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
hey, you just pop it for
Nah,
real.
I ain't gonna say what I wanna say.
Pop it for real, cause listen though, a lot of people expect like us men, like you feel me. We ain't gonna get too deep in this. Look, our subject.
It's uncomfortable. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. A lot of women expect
I
us
can't
men.
say what I want to say though.
Let's expect us to come in and provide off the rip.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Even though we can't do that, we giving up too much at the front end. Cause what can you do for us?
Yeah.
You want to go be a content creator? You want to quit your job? Why? You ain't
Why?
never want to be a content creator. So you seen that, but that's doing it.
So if she quit her job,
That's a bad risk.
That's all I'm saying. No. That ain't where I'm going though. That ain't where I'm going. If you paying the bills already and she quit her job and go be a content creator, how much of a risk is that for you?
None. Cause I'm already
No,
handling it.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do this with or without her.
Yeah.
But it has to be understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be understood. Not just, she wake up one day and then quit. Something can happen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who got us?
But what if her content take off?
Well, see, like I said, it's understood.
Yeah.
It's understood. That's understood what's gonna happen. Now, I mean, if in that scenario where she just up and quit and it took off, and because I'm absolutely gonna leave.
Yeah.
All power to her.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that's a risk that I had to take on myself because I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work out.
Yeah. You don't know. Yeah.
Everything hit or miss.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hit or miss. I do content. All my answers, they're hit or miss.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it is hit or miss.
It's hit or miss.
But then you gotta think about this too. A lot of people focus on that view count, that like count. You know
All
what
that
I'm saying?
matters.
You know what I'm saying? It matters to an extent. Cause if you watch it too much, then you'll get discouraged.
And you gotta have you gotta have the demeanor, you gotta have the face, you gotta have the talk, you gotta have everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some people don't have that. They just think you just gonna jump out there and just do content. No, that ain't how that work.
That ain't. I don't think anybody doing any. Even though I do content, I still don't think like anybody doing any content is a good risk. Period.
Yeah, cause man,
Ain't no guarantee
ain't no
on
telling.
that.
I don't know. I watch too much TV. I feel like they could take over. Then what? The internet.
Nah.
They ain't making that shit for nothing.
I
They
mean,
ain't
but
making it for nothing.
you're not gonna immediately like pop and it's over. No.
Oh,
you
yeah,
say you gotta
yeah.
have other qualities into it, but I feel like that's not a good risk.
You need to have, facts.
The people be just doing it like
It's hit or miss.
exactly.
You gotta have the right
And then
products, man. It's a lot that
and
come
then
with
right
that.
now in this time, everybody doing it.
Yeah.
So what makes you
Different.
from everybody else?
Yes.
You
That's
know what
why I
I'm
tell
saying?
everybody to come to this barber industry. You wanna pop it like, we us who done been in so long, what you doing different? They come in, worry about the money. Oh yeah, I tell them already, your career ain't gonna last as a barber. You worry about that money, you in for the wrong reasons.
I think
So-
it's a lot of things about levels too.
Oh, it's levels.
People don't know levels to life.
Yeah.
Levels to career.
Yeah.
Level to risk.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand. Like you gotta get up there instead of trying to start up there.
Exactly.
What is your resume?
Exactly.
What makes you qualified to get this, charge this, do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be knowing that. They be like, oh, I seen Greg doing it.
Yeah. But see, like I said, we don't show the blood, sweat, and tears though. We just show, oh, I'm popping it now. So
Yeah.
they jumping in like, oh, I could do that too. But they don't know what it took. They don't know the risks I had to take to get here. All the good risk. I had some bad risks I took. Just trying stuff. But it also worked out. But the original was a good risk at the end of the day.
Do you feel like listening to other people makes your risk different? Like, does it calculate it a little more?
Oh
Like,
yeah, if you let somebody change how you think about something, that's just what it is. But like I said, you need to hear both sides of whatever you choosing to do.
yeah.
When I mean knowledge, you need to know all the bad and all the good. Then I weigh it like that.
I ain't listen to
Now,
nobody.
if they equal,
I ain't listen to
then
nobody.
you got some real brainstorming to do within yourself.
How you know who to listen to though?
I mean, somebody that's got a resume.
Yeah.
Right. So if, like, for instance, right, when I was
you got
doing,
the
when I
accolades.
was doing a little content, right, who I called?
Got me.
Exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? And what you say, I'm always be here. If you need something, call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I was starting to cut hair, who I'm gonna call? Josh and Greg. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got any lessons? You got, you know what I'm saying? So anybody that got a good resume, I feel like that's why networking is the key.
Yeah.
It ain't about what you know, about who you know.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to network though because they too cocky or they too like arrogant. They don't want to listen to nobody. I don't understand that. So, like growing up, like nobody wanted to be around alphas. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to hang around everybody.
Yeah.
It's alphas. You feel what I'm saying? I've been trying to do it, but people just been more so like hating on it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In a way,
That's black people though.
man.
That's black people though. We all as a whole we gatekeep. We don't want to see the next person make more. Like that's why the blessings don't come to them. It's hard. It's definitely hard. But as far as reaching out to people who know what they know to gain that knowledge, they got the accolades, they got the resume. Tap in with them.
Which
Absolutely.
ultimately helps your risk.
Yes.
I mean, it does. It does, but you still, regardless.
I mean, it still could not be a good risk,
Yeah.
but it helps your risk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because now you're going in it a little bit better.
I know I done got some crazy advice for somebody who had a good risk. I ain't gonna lie. And it was crazy. It wasn't no good advice. I ain't gonna lie.
What it came? What was the situation? What was the situation? Because sometimes that's hating right there. If he gave you some crazy advice,
And I'm knowing this because I'm wiser. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
knowing like this is you, bro.
well, you knew right then though. But see, I look at that. You gonna give me some crazy advice, and you been doing this, and you know all the ins and outs. You hating on me.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me win. Like I said, don't nothing good come from nothing crooked.
Nah, I done got some crazy advice. Like, bro, I don't want to put him on blast, though. I don't want to put him
You
on
gonna
blast.
say his name?
Yeah, too.
But he gonna know what I'm talking about because he gonna be listening for sure.
What did it pertain to then? I can only imagine once I know
But I
that.
was just asking like on some like, how you feel about this? Like knowing he got a resume in this field, how you feel about this? He told me something totally like opposite. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
To get to that point where
to
you
get
need to
to
be.
that point. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, he hating on you.
I don't even think he was hating. It just he only know what he know. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you go to people for advice, and like this same thing with our parents too. You say you go to parents for advice, they don't know what to tell you from what they know,
Yeah.
what they experience. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I thought you was expertise in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But clearly you're not.
yeah.
Clearly you're not because what you told me. Oh,
It don't make no
it
sense.
don't make no sense because who finna go do that?
Yeah.
Okay, how quick and how fast or like how long I gotta do it for? Ain't nobody finna go just.
Then they
do nothing
gaslight
crazy.
you like you don't do this, you don't want it. Nah, That ain't what that mean. That ain't what that mean.
Man, like, what's the biggest way you can recover from a good risk and a bad risk?
Learn.
Recovering.
You say
Learn.
I wouldn't say there's no recovering with a good risk though. What you
Oh,
recovering
you said
from?
good risk or bad risk? What you say?
Yeah, good risk or bad.
Oh,
You can
okay.
recover from both.
Oh, for a bad, I say learn.
Yeah, but as far as good, how you recovering? What you recovering from?
The benefits of it.
Recovering though?
Maybe I used the wrong
More
word.
like excel.
Excel.
I mean, you know, same thing. Learn. Gain more
Learn.
knowledge. Yeah.
Can't never stop learning, bro.
Yeah. And like I'm still
never
learning
stop
stuff
learning.
as a barber. I'm finna be 8 years in. I'm still learning stuff to this day. It's really because new things are happening. You gotta stay hip to whatever you're doing. But so yeah, excel ain't no recovering though. With good risk.
Nah, you can't. You can recover from a bad one though. On the
Oh
body.
yeah, absolutely.
On the body cut, because I can take a bad risk right now today. You know what I'm saying? Like this podcast could be a bad risk. Y'all know the outcome. But I'm confident enough. Like I know how to do. I know how to do this. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's just a different avenue, something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But this could be a bad risk just based off the outcome.
Yep.
Because the outcome, like you said, it always can change the narrative
Yeah.
every time. Like this, I thought it was a good risk, but shit might be a bad risk.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, but it could start off as a bad. You could think it's a bad risk
But if you
because
already,
it may not pop for 2 years.
not with more than that.
But I'm saying,
Nah,
but what if it don't? But
GCB
what if
right
it
now,
don't?
that-
But what if it don't pop for 2 years? In that third year, it take off. Does that change the narrative of it?
Not really.
No.
Not really, because like for example, like when you take a risk, like for example, you take a risk, right? What are you putting into that risk in order for it to be a good or bad risk? Like I'm putting my life, like everything.
Time.
Your time, your knowledge,
your
and-
money.
Yeah, all that. Like
Man, I'm telling you, all I gotta go into it because it's gonna be like if you ain't like a lot of people start something and don't do nothing with it.
yeah.
Like, oh boom.
Because they're not patient, man.
Don't fly back to that. You don't be patient within the growth, cause if you don't be patient, you ain't gonna get no results.
Man, it takes 5 years to build a business, man.
That's true.
And all businesses usually fail in the first 3.
And pop the last 2. Talked about gambling like earlier in there, like how gambling is. It's like a risk too. You know what I'm saying? Like you spending money, or you might be gambling on a woman that you think you need or think you want. You feel what I'm saying? So you think you took more risks when you was younger, or you took more risks when you was older?
As an adult, yeah, I got a son now, so like, I'm definitely taking risks now. Because everything I do is for him. And for me, it's never enough.
Why you can't turn your mind off then?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't grew up like in like poverty. I was, as people would say, but like I want my son to have more than I did.
What's the goal?
Always a go.
So like that's really everything I do is literally for him. So I've been taking a whole lot of them since I found out he was on the way. 2021. No, 2020 is when I found out.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He was born in 21.
Yeah. You think you took more risks when you was younger or older? Though?
I think it's 2 different type of risks. I think it's 2 different type of risks.
Like what?
Like when you're younger, like, sometimes you can get bailed out by
Yeah, you just
your
doing
parents
shit when
or,
you're young.
you know what I'm saying? You can get a slap on the wrist a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're older, you know what I'm saying? You're going to spend all your rent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Sometimes you ain't got no more rent money. You know what I'm saying? And so
You gonna get
it's
put
just,
out.
yeah, it's just, I think it's 2 different type of risks. I probably when I was older though, I would say, but because when I was younger, risk that I took is slap on the wrist. It ain't really.
When I was younger, I ain't take no risks. I don't know why. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't get turned up until maybe my senior year of high school, bro, for real. I was more so in the career. I was
What you mean turned up, Mo?
like, bro, I don't know how to explain it.
Describe turned up, Mo.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Like, what you mean, Mo?
Like, I was more so like, I ain't really do nothing, bro. I was sneaking doing stuff, but like, I wasn't like I ain't really started like feeling myself until like my senior year. That's when I really started taking risks.
So you got your confidence up, seeing
Yeah, my senior year, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know why my senior. I don't know, maybe because I was living in the shadows like everybody else, for real. I don't gonna lie for real. Like,
Yeah, cause we was outside a little bit.
yeah, I was out there, but I couldn't be out there. I think I took, when I got older, I probably took like a couple risks, maybe about 3 or 4. I mean, it put me in a good position, really.
Yeah, Mo done took. He know the exact number.
For real. I don't take too many risks. Like you say, it's calculated too.
Yeah.
I don't really take too many risks, like risk moving to Houston, risk going to college. You know what I'm saying? Risk messing with a shawty. You know what I'm saying? Whatever risk may be, but I don't take too many bad risks because I know I'm learning at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm often keep repeating the same cycle. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people want to run in circles and stuff like that. I ain't running in no circle.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I say. I took a lot of risks for sure as an adult.
I don't see why.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, the good ones.
I mean, the good even
the good ones come for my kid. The bad ones is just be, well, I'm not gonna do this on camera.
the bad one just be. Everyone say the bad one just be spontaneous. We just put it like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like some of you think in the moment. Yeah, you say some of you think in the moment and see you want to see what
like, it ain't gonna hurt me though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe my mental a little bit be like, man, I want to deal with this right now. I knew I ain't want to deal with that. Why I do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm more questioning myself, but not put me in a messed up position where I'm just like distraught. I ain't distraught in that.
Man. But
what I came in here and said to y'all off camera is that was distraught. Leave that with that said.
That's crazy. But look, though, we're gonna tie that in for this episode, man.
Yeah.
Look, well, thank you for coming on this podcast, bro. We've been tough trying to get people on here, but we got you on here, and we put you last for a reason, just cause what's gonna happen with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak into this.
There you go, manifest.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
risk.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good risk. It's a good risk. You feel what I'm saying? You get the right people around you, take the right risks. It's a good risk. But stay tuned for next season on the podcast. Get uncomfortable.
For this law, dog,